Welcome to another session of the Step in the Middle podcast. I'm Sir Hans.
I'm Uncle AK.
Yeah, like we say, each and every week we come here to bring you out a special podcast where you can learn a lot and debate about what we're talking about, what's going on in our society and stuff like that. So, but today we have another special guest.
Oh, before we get to that, right?
Yeah.
Today, we found out that Women's Day is not just on the 14th of May.
Yeah.
So we want to take this time out to wish happy Mother's Day to all the women out in Europe and some parts of Africa.
Yeah. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and future mothers out there.
Yes.
So let's get it started. So today, like I said, we have a special guest, very, very special guest. And I knew when I hit her up and say, oh, can you come and talk your expertise and experience on this podcast? It was no question. She was like, yeah, sure. So today, we have the CEO of Asheris Events Planning and Designing Service as an umbrella company that provides event production, event planning, education, and world-class event design around the globe. Blogger and founder of Nomamipikinleftbehind, which is to inspire, empower, promote, and equip the modern-day women with the necessary tools to serve her. Welcome to the podcast, Erykah Fon.
Hey. Erykah Fon Ndumu. Because this was watching. My husband is watching.
We better put that respect where it's due.
Erykah Fon Ndumu, yes.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank
Greatly
you.
appreciate you having me on the pod.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
So do you provide all the credentials?
Yes. Mother of four.
One of four.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mother of four and godmother
Too many.
Yes.
So let me get into it. You're such a hustler, but your hustle encompasses bringing togetherness. Usually it's only about the money chasing and about self.
That's true.
But you just so selfless. You know what I mean? You have this bright energy. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm looking at your hair, it's just energy and everything.
My hair is always a topic. Every time, guys, a typical example is like I tell my client, like, okay, meet me at wherever, and I'm like, they're like, oh, how am I gonna know it's you? I'm like, don't worry, you're gonna know it's me. You're gonna be the only black blonde in the room. Just come on in. Yes, but people say I'm selfless. I just think that it's necessary to be selfless. I grew up in this community, and the only way that I can give back is by being the best I can and bringing along people, that are ready to go in the same direction that I'm going with me. So
that's great.
It's important.
Very important. And I'm sure that's gotten you a long way in business-wise.
Oh, definitely. The one thing I say is that business, it requires you to be selfless.
Yes.
Because 90% of the time, the work that you're doing, you really can't ever get a check for that type of work that can be sufficient enough. We put in hours. Nobody sees the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So
And it's not even taught in school.
Never. There's no class. There's no class for that.
You're either born with it or not.
Yes, definitely. So you need to be selfless and you need to absolutely love what you're doing, or else you're wasting your own time. Yeah.
And so what drove you into the scope of being an event planner?
Okay. Let me see. When I was a little kid, and people grew up with me would testify. I used to be the one kid that plans a party. Even at 9 years old, my mom would come back from work and there's kids in my house. It it was somebody's birthday and their mom didn't have a party for them. And I love people. I get my energy from people. Like great, positive people around me, I'll be on my 100.
Yeah.
So the only way for me to be able to be at 100 is being in service. So I started off, going to college, and African parents, they put a lot of pressure on you. I'm an African parent.
Now you playing the role.
Now I'm playing the role, yeah. They put a lot of pressure on you, and everyone expected me to go to pharmacy school. But just by being around me, you guys can tell. Like I can't be behind the counter all day, passing meds. And I love my pharmacists. I have like my very close friends are pharmacists. And that works great for them, but it just could not work. I wasn't doing well in school. I was doing great in school. I just did not think that I could do that for a long time. And despite the very tough journey was to kind of branch out of that, I wanted to be happy. It was important for me to do something that I love because I've always been a person to kind of march to my own tune.
Yeah.
And initially, when I dropped out of college, I needed something to do because I had my daughter, who's 10 today. And my husband was like, "Oh, why don't you just, do some nursing?" And, I did a nursing for a year. And I didn't like it. I did some other work. I didn't like it. I did a whole bunch of stuff. And then, eventually, one day, my daughter was not well, and it was almost impossible for me to just get a day off from work that I would do like 60 hours a week. And, and I was like, I don't even like this job. And I'm here, and I can't even get a day off for my sick child.
Yeah. So
I decided that I was going to just stop work. I wrote a letter, and I quit my job. I didn't have a lot of money, didn't have a lot of anything, but I had my faith and I had my family, my husband support. So I quit that day, never went back to work. Started with 20 tablecloths, and I didn't have, at that time, decoration was not a very popular domain like it is today in our community. And my initial goal was trying to get people to understand the difference between being an event designer and an event planner.
what is the difference?
Okay, see, everybody always assumes that it's the same job. So an event designer pretty much is taking care of your decoration, your room, like how you have your room set up. Somebody in here is thinking like a designer, like the way the space is put together. That's what an event designer does. Like if somebody without that kind of mind will come in here and go, "Oh, the room is too small. Where are we going to put this table?" But an event designer walks you through that. So, "Oh, you can have this table here," and that's what we do. And then a planner pretty much helps you put together your timeline. I know you guys probably have a timeline that you work with on here. A planner helps you get your venue, kind of works with the details of your events.
Okay.
So initially it was kind of going through an education phase for my community, like, okay, a planner does this and a decorator does that, but people are very resistant. People do not like the idea of not doing a mainstream type of job. So but I fought my way through, and I'm a finisher. So
Very important.
yes.
Very important. So, in terms of price, right?
Right.
Do say I had to hire you for an event.
Right.
Do I pay you separate for the design and planning, or is it all in one?
So if you were to hire us, depending on what service that you needed, some people only need planning. They say they're great at putting stuff together themselves, and then we provide this planning, help you get your space, put together a timeline for you, kind of work with reality. Bring the reality check to your event. Like, okay, you can't afford it. With a company that tells you, like, oh, if you're thinking of feeding there are very few miracles that can happen with this. Where the people that bring the reality to you. And then if you just wanted decorations, it's a different cost. So it depends on the type of service that you need.
So there's so many packages.
So many packages. Yes, because people are different.
True that.
Yeah.
Some people like to exaggerate. Some people just like simple things.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
About the pockets, right?
Right. It's not what they like.
I mean, you went from community to global.
Something.
I see you flying everywhere. Today, tomorrow, you in the island somewhere. I'm like, wow. It's big, man.
We're trying. We're trying to be global because at the end of the day, sometimes your community is going to catch on.
Yeah.
And you have to grow regardless.
Regardless, yeah.
Yes. I tell everybody that. Your community will catch on. You have to grow.
I mean, you have to know the community coming from, you know.
Yes.
Most communities will support you from day one.
Exactly.
Some of them want you to prove yourself before they
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. And some, even when you prove yourself, you're still not enough, especially if they know you.
They be like,
These people.
They can't fathom that, like,
yes,
doing
this
well.
greatness,
Like,
exactly. And it's because we
and they don't want to accept it.
Exactly. But we don't let our minds think great.
Yes.
We are very limited as a people.
Yeah.
And I think it's because just growing up, we didn't have
support.
Yeah, that type of support. Some people did, but we didn't have that push. Like, it's okay to run a podcast. Like, this is not an everyday conversation in African home.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing on Sunday? Oh, Daddy, I have a podcast. What's that? Your friends are going to medical school and doing podcasts. You know what I mean? Like, we're not allowed to be great in our own way, in our own type of greatness, the way we choose to.
I mean, but we have the opportunity to do what makes us happy at the end of the day. So, moving on to Nomamipikinleftbehind.
Yes, my baby.
So, what was it that you was like, man, I'll start this organization of bringing women together?
Just for translation for those who
Oh,
don't
yes,
speak
who don't
pidgin,
speak pidgin.
is mothers will not be left behind.
That's right.
It was it Bush that had the No Child Left Behind? Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
that
somebody
was-
recently told me that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know, I was like,
Oh, so
yeah.
you didn't have that in mind when you did it?
No, not really. The translation is kind of different. You know, pidgin to English sometimes is a little bit different, but some reason someone was like, oh, No Child Left Behind act like this. You know, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I did hear that, but it really didn't come from that. It came from me being a young mom, and I kind of realized that they had a very big, so many stereotypes for mothers, and will not just let us be great. So I started saying that, no, because people will see me in places and like, oh, nobody says how are you, or you know, hi Eurykah, how are you doing? It's like, where are the kids? You came out without the kids. This, you know, and then you try to look nice. It's like, how can a mom be dressing like this? Or you know, just it's like you can't be great,
Yeah, you can't be you.
right? So you know, I just started saying like, no, I'm picking that behind. Like, you're gonna see me up here, I have kids, and I'm gonna be current, and I'm gonna be, you know, be able to try to live my life past kids, because kids are not, they're just part of your life. Like your kids, people say the kids are their everything. Yeah, but you still have a life that you have to live. The purpose sometimes does not really involve kids. Not that your purpose doesn't involve your kids. Sometimes your purpose needs you to make sure that you're separating being a mother and being able to change your purpose.
That's right.
So we had Nomamipikinleftbehind. Started like from a blog, and it's the
Movement.
It's a movement.
I see you guys are having conferences and seminars and everything.
Yes.
People are dancing.
Yeah.
Like, I bet those women now, from moving forward, they just can't wait for No Mommy Pikin
Yes,
behind
yes,
the
it's tons of fun. Oh, shout out to my Mommy Picking Talks, ladies. Yes, they're awesome. We have a great time.
It's very important. It's very
We have a great time.
It's good to see that a lot of ladies are behind you, supporting you with that.
Definitely. We have, You know, the women that come out to my Pikin talks are so special. And anybody that follows my blog, anything about the movement, they're so special to me because it takes a special kind of woman to be able to support someone else and kind of be in this dream that I have for us to be able to walk our purpose and do better as a community. I respect them because we're in a community where it's so difficult to I'll give you an example. For my Pikin talks, when I have to explain it to everyone. Oh, what's my Pikin talks? And it brings a conversation. Oh, it's an event that mothers come out, like a coming out of the closet event for us and all that. And then you kind of have to persuade people to register.
Yeah.
That was initial because they're used to like, is it a party? I'm like, no, it's an afternoon on a Saturday, you know? And the women that just go and register and show up, I have so much respect for them. Because that just tells you that they're not taking the box. It's a different group of women already to make things better in the community. So,
And for themselves.
And for themselves. Exactly.
So in this event, what do you guys talk about?
Hey! Trying to get me,
get
me in trouble.
Give us that insight. So
I bet you my ladies online, they're going to be waiting like, let me hear what she's talking about. We talk about everything.
The man cannot.
No man.
what kind of discrimination?
No man.
I could be a mommy Pikin.
Oh yes. Erykah, everything happens. Hey, before they come say, oh, you
Give us an
approve
insight.
the other people. It's America. A man could be whatever he wants. Hey, let's have that disclaimer out there.
So give us an insight.
Like, listen. So let me tell you guys. You guys know Master Yan, right?
Yep. Shout out to my
Shout out to Master Yan. So Master Yan, the ladies wanted Master Yan to come do live music. Because are you promising? Are you guys seeing reflex? We got it. Let me do my request. Because we're just going to do some live music. And the next one, we begin talks.
Hit my email after the show.
Okay, see? So we wanted Master Yan to come do some live music. And I had to present it to the ladies. Like, it's going to be there, but just for the beginning during registration. And Master Yan tells me, like, you want to put me in trouble, have me in the room with 100 women? And I was like, no, just do live music. And as soon as that's done, you're out. He's like, you guys don't do the music after that, we're going to work it. Just go. And as the time was winding down, I was waiting for him to like round up. Like, it was really good. I was like, okay, we're going to round up and leave so we can go into the deep discussions. We talk about a lot. We talk about, I call them closet issues. You know those issues that you deal with when no one is there? You know, car issues, closet issues. They sometimes come to you in the car as well, because if you're in the car and you turn on the music, sometimes your head takes you like third grade. Even with music, right? Your mind takes you to that time in the third grade when your teacher told you can amount to nothing. So Nomamipikin talks basically gives women the forum to be able to talk about those things that are keeping them in the closet, keeping them dead, because there are a lot of women that are walking around, they're dead on the inside. Like the makeup, the eyebrows, the nails, all of that is just on the side because they're going through hell. And that's the average woman. Because our community has told us that don't share. If you have a miscarriage, don't tell anyone. If you have a problem with your husband, don't go to counseling. We don't believe in counseling. Let me tell you, even Nomamipikin talks, the women that come to Nomamipikin talks that get harassed and bullied for that, because they assume that when you go out to these events is because you have a problem. They assume that something is wrong with you. We're the only people that assume that something is wrong with you when you go sit down for positive conversation. The very same people that throw $30,000 baby showers, the very people that throw weddings that don't last a month because of the real issues that the women are dealing with. So being able to have Nomamipikin talks to me is very important because I don't want my children to grow up in a community where they cannot be themselves, or in a world where you can't be you, where it's not okay to tell the truth. The truth is not your secret. And I say that on my blog. I say that there's truth and there's privacy. You know what I mean? Privacy is how many times I had sex with my husband this week. That's my private information.
Yeah.
And truth is when I sit down with a woman, I tell them that, oh, I didn't go to college. And I did this and I did that. And it's working out for me. So if you didn't go to college, don't kill yourself over it. Because it's great. Don't get me wrong. I applaud everybody for doing that. But I'm just saying that there are other ways to get to a destination. So that's truth. Now, in my society, they don't want me to say that. They hope I don't say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in my Nomamipikin talks, we're in a judgment-free zone. You get to say whatever you want to say. Nobody harasses you. Nobody questions you. We share on whatever we choose to share. And we bring in everyday women. And recently, someone asked me, who is going to be speaking at your event? Which celebrity speaker are you bringing? And I'm like, the women in your community are celebrities.
Amen.
There are tons of women in this community that are doing so many great things. What do you consider celebrity?
The ones that go on TV.
Yes, the ones that go on TV. To go tell you a story that don't tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So we have everyday women that come on. You know, we talked Nomamipikin talk. We talked about money. Money matters. Everybody needs to know how to manage their money. We talked about mandatory vacations. Everybody needs a break. We talked about childhood education in America with Free. I know Free was on here, and she shared about the importance, knowing, being able to understand your kids, stuff that happens in school. We talked about marriage. We talked about just everything that you won't talk about when you get in that room for fear of being put down. So
that's why you guys are allowing me to attend, right?
that's right.
And on the man part, like, I don't know if this has ever crossed your mind, or
Right.
somebody's brought it to your attention.
Mm-hmm.
How about like starting up one for the men
Yeah.
to educate them about those issues?
Oh yes.
You know?
We get beer on my time.
1 month.
1 month on my time.
Yeah,
Yes.
I also feel like it's very important and necessary that you create this, because for me, I see it as, it might not, relate to other men, but I know some men take, say, from Thursday to Saturday night to go out and drink and have fun with their friends while the woman stays home.
Yes.
So this one chance, right, is that one time she can go out and be with her own,
Yes.
friends and
Yes.
express herself or troubles.
Yes.
A happy woman is a happy home.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I know for a fact that when mom's not happy, that will come to me, because
Yes.
sometimes she's not gonna hide it. She's just gonna let me know, like, dude, leave me alone.
Yes,
I'm gonna do this or
definitely.
that. So yeah, it's really good. We applaud you for that,
Oh, thank you very
and we're gonna
much.
keep supporting that movement.
of course.
Thank
Nomamipikin
you.
Left Behind. I like the logo, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Oh, the logo was made by Raul. What's Raul's name on social media?
Shout out to Raul.
Shout out to Raul. Raul made the logo. Something beats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did an excellent job.
Right,
We went
right.
back and forth.
Raul with the Wasted Boys.
Wasted Boys, yes.
That's
Raul
his
did
movement.
that. He made the logo, and we went back and forth. I was like, I want a woman who looks like she's carrying a baby, and
Oh,
I
so
want
you was
African
down with the whole
prints.
process. You
Yes,
did,
yes,
okay.
I'm kind of hands-on.
Husbands, boyfriends, go on the website. There's t-shirts on sale.
Yes.
$25.
Yes.
Get you one for your lady. Nomamipikin Left Behind.
Yes.
Support the movement.
Yes. Get your t-shirt.
And that would be a good way. Like, get them t-shirts. Mother Days is coming. Mother Days for the U.S. that's coming up.
Yeah.
So please go out there, get Nomamipikinleftbehind.
That's right. Get yourself a shirt.
Yeah.
Support something. Stand for something.
Stand for something.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We go get $500 shoes now. I mean, I see $1,000 shoes. See girls that buy shoes. Like,
yeah, like you say, that's to mask everything they go on,
yeah.
go on in them.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good you have this panel because we definitely need it in the community.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ladies out there that are masking what they truly going on with them, and they just need somebody to be there listening to them.
That's right.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not.
If this path doesn't work,
you take another path.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm just like my single moms. I'm putting together something for my single moms. Nobody knows yet. I'm announcing it here for the first time. I'm trying to do something exclusive.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm trying to do something for my single moms because they're very underlooked. Our community believes that you can get married, have this perfect life, and before you have kids, it really doesn't happen like that all the time. And sometimes the guys are not available. Things happen. So I'm trying to put something together in honor of my single moms, so that they know that they're appreciated, they know that they're loved, and I have my husband, I have my siblings, I have a big family, and it's still tough for me, but sometimes. Some days I'm just like, you know what? Nobody, I shut the door, I don't want to do anybody. Go to your dad, go to auntie, go to Bo, go to this other person, leave me alone. And some people don't have that. Go to uncle's house, go to uncle's sweetheart, go somewhere. Yeah. But some people don't have that. Some people are single moms, it's just them. Everything. So I want to do something in honor of them, and I just want to take a moment to tell them that you guys are absolutely wonderful. You're a single mom, it's like they're my heroes. Yeah, single moms are my heroes. And they end up with some of the best kids.
That's true.
Because they put in everything.
Yeah.
So
it's not easy to carry a baby from 9 months. I mean, I don't know what it feels like.
Oh, it's not easy.
Just looking at a woman go through that process, you could definitely kind of sort of relate to her pain.
Yes.
But you can't know the 100 of it.
No, definitely.
And if and when you do set up this thing for single mothers, you gotta support, because not everybody's gonna get married.
Right.
I wish society could understand that.
Yeah.
Not
everybody. The truth.
Yeah.
Society.
Not everybody's gonna get married.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I also see that if a woman cannot find a man that's compatible to her,
right?
But she can find a man that could give her a child.
I wish every woman out there could get married to somebody they find compatible with them.
We pray for that.
I won't say, not every woman should get married. I do want every woman who desires marriage to desire marriage.
We pray for that.
Pray for that.
Sometimes they get married and things happen.
Yeah, but you just reality is reality, right?
Yes.
So
yeah, and some don't want to get married, and some try to get married. It doesn't work, and they don't want a second. They don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
Which I encourage everyone
to try.
Give it a chance. But if it doesn't work, it
try
doesn't mean
again.
that you're any less. Try again. Try again. Yeah, it doesn't mean you're any less of a woman.
Okay, let me touch on that, because you said when you were starting out, Nomamipikinleftbehind, and people will ask you what celebrity you bringing on there.
Yes.
I want to touch on that because we created this platform. You know what I mean?
Right.
People will expect. We say we're gonna bring guests every week.
Right.
Mind you, we have our own celebrity.
Exactly.
You're a celebrity in that community.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So we say we're gonna highlight this people.
That's right.
So if you're doing something, you're a celebrity.
That's right. That's how I see it.
Yeah. So I feel like you're a celebrity, so we bring you on the platform and we spread the word out about your business, about you as a person.
So I appreciate it.
And
that's
how we look at it, man.
Because you're definitely shaking things, you're moving. Like you're not stagnant.
So people out there, don't try to support because a celebrity is behind something.
Right.
As long as they have the right vision,
right,
purpose, and drive, hey, get behind them. You just gotta ask them like, oh, what is your goal with this?
Yeah.
What's happening with celebrity?
Yeah. And making sure it's fun. You know another thing, and I remember this because I keep looking at you. Every time I see, I'm thinking about my brother. Like when I see you, I remember again. Like, okay, you guys are in the same light. And I wanted to mention this when you talk about celebrity. So I talked to my Caribbean folk, and I'm like, why don't you guys put on like some Caribbean music at events? Why about new, fresh Caribbean music?
The urban scene.
Yeah. And they tell me like, oh, well, did people want to listen to like the popular music? Like, how did popular music get popular? They played the music. Put on our Caribbean upcoming artist music. Put the music on in the parties. Play it at home. Watch a YouTube video. My people do not watch YouTube. Like, what's going on with me? My people tell me like, oh, it's on YouTube. I can watch them. Like, put them for Facebook. I'm like, dude. Just
if you could go on Facebook, you could definitely go on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, now, one thing I noticed right now is that if it's not, not to take anything from like the Ghanaians or the Nigerians or whatever, if it's not that type of a video, they don't want to watch it.
It's crazy, but we have our own art.
Yeah, we have our own art. Like, come on, it's not that hard to click on something.
It's not.
It's really not. You click on many different apps on your phone.
Thank you, and forward stuff.
Yeah.
How about the forwarding? They forward you all kinds of mad stuff. They will not click to support their own art. You know what I mean? All types of forwarding. Oh my God.
Those WhatsApp forwarding.
Oh, that could be a whole topic. We could be here for like 3 hours.
I'm like, why? Like, I don't need this. Like,
Let me
3
tell
people will send me the same thing. I'm like, why?
They can't forward this podcast. We're strange people. Like, you send this podcast and be like, oh, can you share? They won't forward this. Like, oh, this Hans thing. That'd be some other, like, random 20-page thing. They just forward it. Forward as received. They just kill your phone. So we need to support our own. Don't wait for people to be great in your eyes.
Stuff in the middle is fostering the change we need to see.
That's right. Yes.
You heard of 237 exclusive, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Listen to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, those are some of the great things that are coming up.
Let me tell you, you guys don't stop. 237 is talking. You guys are doing something that we've dreamt of. Like, I've dreamt of this type of stuff all my life. Like, seeing us doing our own thing in our own community, you know, in our own way that we've chosen to do it. I mean, this is a dream come true. Like, I love it.
Hey, thank you, because when I hit her up, she was like, I'm you guys' #1 fan. I was like,
I am your fan. Like, I don't miss.
You really do not, like always on there.
Yes, I don't miss.
Sharing, we sent her the flyer, she posted it.
I don't miss your show. I love it.
He hit me up, he was like, yo, I like her.
Yes, because I want to be involved. I want to know what's going on in my community. I don't want to be like left behind, you know. Something great is coming up. I want people to share. Go follow them. Follow them. Listen, people, don't just watch today. I need you guys to follow them. Let's take this to a whole new height.
Yeah. Speaking of following, right?
Right.
Could you please give the listeners what you brought tonight?
Yes. Yes. So
she comes bearing gifts.
So you guys know I love gifts. I love little giveaways. So listen, I have 2 gifts today. One for a lady and one for a gentleman. And for the lady, it's gonna be a shirt. Nomamipikinleftbehind shirt with something else. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. And if you already have a Nomamipikinleftbehind shirt, let me know whenever they pick you, and I'll get you something else. So I have a special gift for you. All you have to do is follow Stop in the Middle and on every platform, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Follow them everywhere. Share.
Subscribe. Yeah.
Yes.
That's Twitter, Facebook,
and we look at it.
Instagram.
Yes.
We're doing all of that, and we're gonna pick the winner.
Yes.
And we're gonna DM you, message you, and get your information. And then from there, we'll send it to Yuri, and
You get it.
email you your gift.
You'll get your gift. And the guys too, because the guys are always harassing you. Right? What about us? So I have something for the guys. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Just be proactive. Share. Like.
Can
Tell
I get a
someone about it.
t-shirt though? I mean, can you create some for men too?
Yes,
Because I would like to rock them.
Oh, no, yeah.
I would love to rock
Actually
them.
had one on. I have one here today.
For a man?
If you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
I
that?
get it
I
for
mean,
you.
I was about to say, I don't know the difference. It's a T, right?
It's just a t-shirt. If you want me to get you a custom made round neck one that is like a V-neck.
Oh, no, I love V-necks.
Oh, see,
So,
we're in the show off type of outfit stage now. So yeah, I have men can, some men have gotten it just to support the movement, as gifts. Some Yan Warren actually the day he performed, he had one on and the shop.
For men, I think
A black one. Okay. Because guys like black t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Should it be fitting? Should it be a fitted shirt?
Yeah,
Or?
that'd be a fitted shirt.
Summertime,
Summertime.
Oh my
Gotta show them
me. Summertime. Oh my.
But
Pressure.
uncles, don't request a small T. You have
Big
belly.
belly. Low.
Out here looking like a mama.
Hey, go ahead, man.
That's
Go
funny.
ahead.
No, uncles. If you're in the DMV and you have belly like a bikini, better join veterans. My husband's gonna be like, "Wow, are you talking good things about veterans?" No. Yeah, I complain a little bit just when he goes out twice a week to work out, but it's important that he looks great.
Yeah.
So I can be like, okay, my man is still looking good, So if you're in the DMV, you better join a soccer team or something.
Yeah.
And be looking fresh for your women.
Yeah.
So don't come out looking any type of way.
No. Get that belly tucked in.
Yes.
With event planning, like how do you find a balance? Being
Event planning, the blog, actually the website now.
probably event planning, being that you might have a client that wants to do a wedding in Trinidad, the Caribbean.
Oh yes, those are my favorite clients. I need more of those clients, please. Clients going to Trinidad, please. You can board here. You can board on this. Yeah. Basically, I don't separate anything in my life. Everything is inclusive. So this morning I had an expo, and it was a bridal expo, and I was speaking at it, and I have pictures of because it was a private event, a private mansion in Germantown, and I had on my Nomamipikinleftbehind shirt, and the ladies were like, "Oh, what's that? That's your logo?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's part of me," and I went through, what it is, and I take every part of me, where I'm going. Event planning can work because my life is constantly almost like a show, Just being able to manage 4 kids in my house, I have a huge family, basically requires you to have some type of event planning skill. Because I have 4 children, spouse, siblings, I have a huge family. And in order to raise the children with proper balance, you need to be able to put things in order. So my kids understand my job. So if I'm building centerpieces, they understand that, okay, I need you to help and sort the red flowers. And we do it together. So my work and my family is it's all in one. And if I have a Nomamipikinleftbehind event, my husband is the very one that helps me haul the stuff in the venue, set it up. My purpose is part of my everyday life. So I use it. I try to make sure that it's not separated. If you look at my social media, hopefully my prayer is that you can come on there and you can tell exactly the type of person that I am. I want to be able to plan events, beautiful events. I want to be able to raise my family. I want to be able to bring women together to, talk positive conversations or meaningful conversations. I want to be able to come on stuff like this, and just share with you guys. And I want to be able to do that without separating.
All that really shows on your blog, your website, right now. It's like every single thing you've written, it has something to do with community and family. And you're always, and I noticed one unique thing about your blog is every single article you write, there's either a picture of your daughter.
Wow. No, you have followed the blog.
No, I mean, like I took
Oh
I took an hour and a half today. I read every single one.
Oh my God! You
so
are
I
gonna
was
make
like, okay.
me cry.
No, we
I was like,
research.
okay, this
Oh
is
my
really
God,
dope.
that is
This
awesome.
really dope.
Anything that anybody would ever know, like I'm almost emotional.
We do our research.
You guys do your research.
Yeah, research.
I close it with I find me my most. She's a mess. You know, like you guys don't have any idea. Like that's my 5-year-old. She is a mess. She has a mind of her own. So that's how I close it with her, and I'm like, wow, you notice that? It's amazing.
So, like the name Nomamipikinleftbehind. I'm just sitting here thinking like, oh man, we're gonna have some Caucasian lady start talking about Nomamipikinleftbehind.
Yes, yes, indeed. In Jesus' name, yes.
So
It's coming. They're intrigued. Let me tell you, every time I fly, I have a cardboard picture that has me on it with the Nomamipikinleftbehind on the bottom. So I fly and I never check it in. Because I believe that everywhere you are, you should be your true self. So I used to just carry it, and I used to get a lot of questions. I get stopped at the airport. What's that? And recently, I have people requesting to hold it and take pictures, and then I get the opportunity to kind of share on what it is. I travel with bags of T-shirts in my purse. Sometimes I give them out at the airport. I want people to.
I'm telling y'all, man, she be having everything with her. I'm like, man, you look like you about to move.
If you see my stuff in the corner, you guys, like I want to touch people and $1 million in your bank account. So Caucasian people, they're quite intrigued, and they're like, oh wow, that's like really surprising. Like
that's because like a picture tells 1,000 words. So if I'm looking at your T-shirts,
right,
right, so comfortable woman,
right.
I mean, what is that? That's the first thing that comes to mind. So definitely, people who are not shy will approach it.
Exactly. What's
that? What does that stand for? And it's really a good. It's really a good time to actually say what your movement is all about without imposing on them because it came to you.
Exactly.
Rather you just talking to them off the bat.
Exactly.
So I noticed there's a big difference between those two things. So.
Exactly. Very true. Very true. And another thing is recently, I'll tell you guys a short story. I let me know how we're working on time because I'm a talker. If you guys can tell. But I was coming through the airport in DC recently, and the police officer, she stopped me. She said, you don't know, but I worked here the last time you were flying out. I was sitting here, and you went by with this board, and I saw you go by. And I was like, I couldn't get up from my post to follow you to ask what it was, that you were carrying and rushing through the airport. And you're coming back. I know you're not rushing, and you can stand on top of my post. And I was an African American lady, and I kind of went through explaining to her what it was, and she was so emotional. But she had like a little breakdown, and she told me that she had a teenage daughter, and she's just going through a very tough time of trying to get her to, with purpose and just getting her on track. And this just brings perspective to her because she's like, oh, why aren't you doing well in school and college? And then she said, and then she ends with, my daughter can really sew. Like she sews like crazy, and that's all she wants to do. And I've been pushing her and stressing her to do other things. And here you are explaining to me all these things. And I went into explaining to her about Nomamipikinleftbehind and Asheris events and how we started. And she was like, our community needs this at this time because we didn't grow up in a time where it was okay for you to express yourself in your creative fashion. So that kind of got me thinking like maybe I'm working on going to schools, talking to high schoolers and just encouraging children that it's okay to be true to who you are. It's very important. I do it at home with my kids. Anyone that knows me, I encourage you to be true to yourself. Imagine the waste it would be if you guys didn't have this right now. You guys are so great at this. I walked in here and I was so emotional. Set up and it's so organized and it's wonderful and it's going to bring about so much change in our community. You guys are keeping the community informed. If you didn't do this, for one reason or the other, you'd be wasting something. With all this information.
Just be lounging on Sunday.
Yeah.
Watching TV.
So,
Depressed about the upcoming week.
yeah. The week would be stressful.
Instead, we're looking forward to like the Sunday interviews and
Yeah.
whatnot and finding out about, I guess.
We look forward to it. I look forward. You guys have fun. If you need some more names of people, I'll shoot them your way. I really want this to, because I look forward to since you guys started, I look forward to Sunday evening, see what you guys are talking about, what's new. It's my own thing. I don't watch TV.
I'm telling you, man. Many other people. Well, I have an auntie in California. She works in the tech world, so she understands what all this new companies and everything.
Exactly.
So when she got wind about us doing that,
Right.
she called me. She's like, "What? If you guys need investment, just call me.
Oh, that's awesome.
I just want it written on paper, whatever."
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Because she was so excited. But I when we started, I was like, I didn't really think about sharing it with our parents or whatnot. But she got wind of it through her daughter, and to see the level of excitement in her, it was like, wow, like I would have just put her off, like, oh, she would never get what we doing.
Yes.
But she's so excited. I mean, she makes like an hour and a half commute from work to home.
Oh wow.
So she every Monday
she'll put it on and listen. Yes. It's wonderful, and you guys, you forget that the parents are catching on because we're bringing them along with us. Yeah. They want to be part of the children's lives. They want to make sure that they don't miss out on the very things that you enjoy. So one of our parents are catching on. They're like, oh, I gotta be there. My mom can never miss my Nomamipikin talks. My mom is my biggest cheerleader. Like, she'll call me, what are you wearing? Oh, should we call? You already know how it is in the African mom. Yes. My mom is like big, she would never miss. My dad is like, oh, what topics? And they're catching on. And you guys just keep it going.
Shout out to our pops, just yesterday. Just for the past 2 weeks, right? And we've been trying to, like right now we're still working on our set.
Right.
So, we can bring in new stuff and all that. And yesterday he just surprised us with all these the chairs.
Oh wow!
He just popped up nowhere early in the morning.
Wow, that is so.
Reflex and I was just lounging on the couch, and he said, "Oh, get my car keys, go to the house, and offload the chairs, put them in the house, put the other ones in my car because I'm about to take them here." I said, "What are you talking about?" Like, go see for yourself. So Reflex ran outside. We had the chairs. And mind you, Iron Hands, we've been singing like, "Dude, when are we gonna get them?" Tomorrow.
Chairs are comfortable.
It's like tomorrow comes like, nah, tomorrow we're gonna do it, and we just get paid tomorrow.
Right.
Pops finally caught up. Was like, ththese guys
are not gonna buy any chairs. And you guys are guys that like, these chairs are fine. I know how guys are like, y'all be honest, like, babe, the chair's okay. Don't be worried, please. This chair's fine. So that's amazing.
So, man, the summer is coming.
It's fulfilling.
The summer is coming up. How's your summer shape?
Oh my God, it's so busy this summer. Next April.
Lots of travel.
Oh my goodness, lots of travel.
What's the best location you've been to and you've done an event and you sat back and like, wow, this is
my favorite. I'm not gonna cut names. Clients are gonna be like, so you didn't like my event?
I mean, like,
okay, you know what?
Location where the client, obviously the client picks where they want to do it.
So let me tell you guys, I just came back. I was in Jamaica last month, whatever it was, and they had the best venue I've ever been to because people are so down to earth, easy to work with. Because sometimes the place is beautiful, but you have some very ridiculous type people working there. I was in Jamaica and the food at the venue was great. The views, the hospitality. That's been my favorite so far. And I'm going back in May. I have a wedding in Jamaica in May. And at the same venue. That's my favorite. And this summer we're traveling a lot. In April, almost every weekend in April, I'm moving out of town.
Oh, wow.
The one weekend I have an Ignite conference here. It's a women's conference with Melvin King.
What day?
21st to the 23rd. 3-day
21st to
conference. Ignite Your Life.
Ignite Your Life with
Yes.
Go Attend. Go
Go
support.
attend. Yes. And the following weekend I'm going to my Sister's Keeper retreat. It's in Utah. It's run by Sandra Kimayo. It's women who go away, just time with us and the Lord somewhere, so that we can be centered, no distractions. And there's another one coming up in Tennessee, SOAR retreats. So yeah, and then what else? I have a couple of women events in April. My birthday is in April. April 3rd.
That's like in a week and a half.
Yes, let's hope hubby has everything lined up.
Hey,
Hey, baby.
I hope y'all watching.
Baby.
And y'all listening.
Are you listening?
Well,
My
happy
birthday.
to you in advance.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you in advance.
Thank you.
I mean,
Abby, if you throwing a party, invite us.
Yes. Oh, please. Come in the guys. They're my VIP guys. Please make sure they're there. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming this summer. We're gonna do Erykah has the Infotech fair for the kids. Yeah, we're doing that as well. We've been working on something because I also
No roughness kind of thing.
No.
Class.
No, we have some serious. We have great events. And I wanted to share with the world. They should know that I'm hoping that you guys are able, for a great fee or something, to come sit and in the event and broadcast from there. Certain events that are impacting the community. You know what I mean? I hope people can reach out to you guys because you have a lot of people that are already following you.
A lot of love coming that way.
Yes.
A lot of love.
We're looking forward to you guys
and a
coming
lot
out.
of things in the working.
Yeah.
So this summer's going to be great.
Oh, I can't
I'll
wait.
tell you that. This summer's going to
Just
be
keep
great.
putting on the podcast for us.
Just from 237 exclusive to
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast to many other things that are working.
You guys are not going to reveal anything. I'm going to flip the script on this interview. What do you have in the works? What do you have in the works?
We just hope people come on and we just hope people show up, turn out, and yeah. I mean, man, we could keep going, but this time is sensitive.
Time goes fast.
I need that. So, I mean, how could we reach you?
Okay, you can reach me on Facebook, Erykah Fon Ndumu. You can reach me on Instagram at CEO at Asheris Events. You can reach me on the website, aepds.com. You can reach me on, if you go on aepds.com, you will pretty much have everything there because there's a link, there's a tab that says that Women Empowerment. It takes you to our Nomamipikinleftbehind website. So that links you up.
Yeah. Alright, so we greatly appreciate you coming out here, and we look forward to we're gonna keep following on what you're doing, and hopefully you follow us on what we're doing as well.
Thank you guys.
A lot of great things that have been working on both sides.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you. No, thank you for coming.
I love it. Thank you guys. It was
No
awesome.
further ado, I'm gonna let the public know how they could reach us, how they can
Yes.
follow us, stay in tune with us. So on the iTunes podcast, you know what I mean, y'all can go subscribe, listen to the podcast. You can go on iTunes podcast at Stuck in the Middle podcast. You get it on IG, iTunes, no, IG, Twitter,
SoundCloud.
and Facebook. Stuck in the Middle, SIT
And podcast.
and podcast.
To make it easy, every platform is SITN podcast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Facebook.com/SITN podcast.
And-
SoundCloud.com/SITN podcast.
Yeah, and we have a YouTube too. So we're gonna be throwing the videos we record too on YouTube. So if you ever miss or you just on your laptop, you can go and watch us on there too as well. And if you have any questions or you know, you could hit us up on Gmail at stuckinthemiddle237@gmail.com.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Stuck in the